Easy access to ESPN Madison on YouTube and daily podcasts so you don't ever miss a second. Your state, your teams, your ESPN. Download the ESPN Wisconsin app today. And your Milwaukee Brewers are back in action tonight, visiting the Athletics in Las Vegas. Fresh off sweeping the Rockies in Colorado, the Crew is now 9-1-2 in its last 12 series, including 4 series sweeps. And with 63 games now in the books this season, this year's Brewers squad is the fastest team to 40 wins in franchise history. They'll look to stay red hot tonight on their 6-game road trip. First pitch in Sin City is set for 9:05 p.m. Central Time. The businessman, Kyle Harrison, is scheduled to start for the Brewer Crew. Tune into that game right here on 100.5 ESPN, Madison's home of the Brewers. Catch every Brewers game this season right here on ESPN Madison. Then the Packers offseason program rolls on with mandatory minicamp starting this week. Those practices will start Tuesday and run through Thursday up in Green Bay. Stay tuned for more news, updates, and observations from Packers reporter Rob Domofsky over on ESPN.com. Jim, Matt, Molly, no Molly, starts next.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com.
Everybody's ego takes a shot on this show.
You gotta keep your chill with Jim, Matt, and Molly.
I am savage.
So you're not special.
Jim, if we want to play this game, we can play this game.
And I'm just like, oh my God, this guy's going to swing on Jim. He's a complicated fellow.
People like me.
I don't think so.
This is Jim, Matt, and Molly on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube.
We're learning a lot about each other.
The Brewers better bleep and go for it this year.
Do you really realistically think that they could win when there's teams like the Dodgers? Their salary.
I just saw an article that there's nothing stopping the Brewers from going to get Scooble from the Tigers. The way to beat the Dodgers is to have Miz and Scooble together.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Yeah, I can imagine.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Sure.
Scooball and Miz. Oh my God. Yeah.
That's exciting. That's exciting.
Arnold.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio in downtown Madison. Alongside Matt Hamilton, here's Jim Rutledge.
It is Jim, Matt, and Molly, the Rutledge and Hamilton edition. We are presented by Coors Light. The Mountain Dew, you know what to do.
And that's Crush, a Coors Light.
I'm Jim Rutledge. I have the power in the Everlight Solar Studio. Get into the show, 844-770-3776. It's Promise Talk text line. This is more. You can see us on the ESPN Madison YouTube stream and stream us on the ESPN Wisconsin app by us, I mean me, Matt Hamilton, in his Woody shirt. You can go see the movie, Matt Hamilton, Toy Story 5.
Yeah, I'm going to see it.
I'm excited to see it. I am. I did
It
see something.
molded my childhood, the original.
So here's the thing, Matt. You're not quite there, but honestly, you're now probably closer to Andrew's mom's age.
Definitely.
In this than you were. That's the story.
Like,
more relatable. Yeah.
I'm way closer to Andy's mom's right now.
We got Riley Yalk behind the glass. Primetime still on assignment. And look, I'll be honest, the new Taylor Swift song, it slaps. It's an earworm as well. It gets right there. I
have not heard the new Taylor Swift song.
She has new music out right now?
It is the #1 most downloaded song in one day, I think, for a soundtrack of all time.
I mean, I'm not surprised by that at all.
For Toy Story 5.
Oh, what?
Yeah. She's got the headline song on it. Yep.
Good for her.
Huh.
Yeah. It seems
That's
like
probably pretty cool. She probably came from a time where, watched that growing up and then got to work with Toy Story as an adult. That's
the story behind it was, I think she got an advanced preview of the movie and then asked, can I write a song for it? And they're like, yeah, obviously. And it seems like some sort of country western song. It's through friendship and so it's catchy. What I like to get caught up into before we get too far down the road is I like seeing what makes songs cook. And it's one of those songs that has not the 5 chords, whatever, but certain chords that remind you. It's not stealing, but it honestly just triggers in your brain other songs that you know without actually stealing from those songs. And so it's interesting to see
Do you know which song it is?
There was a couple of them.
Okay.
So one would have been Wild World from Cat Stevens.
Okay.
And then that was one that's stuck in my head when you hear it. There's a couple other ones that also use the same 3-chord progression at the crescendo of the song, all from different eras. All of them, everyone borrows from everyone. There's only so many keys and so many ways you can arrange music that it happens. But I found that fascinating. Also fascinating, The Brewers are damn good, Matt Hamilton.
They are.
And we seem to have this conversation every single year, as now they're the fastest they've ever reached 40 games.
Yeah.
The Milwaukee Brewers have done that this year. And it sparks up the conversation, as it should. We talked to Lane Grindle about it, the Brewers and their World Series chances. And clearly, when the Brewers have been winning the NL Central as often as they had, and they have a pretty commanding lead, 5 games over the Cardinals right now in the NL Central, that you start looking big picture. And it's a little different than in other years. Like last year, the Brewers had, I don't know for how long, but for a lot of the season, had the best record in all of baseball. That's not the case this year. The best record in all of baseball belongs to the Braves, and then obviously the Dodgers are also in front of the Brewers. But then those are the kind of the 3 teams within the National League that are separating themselves right now. And I am of the belief that good teams build their roster to be good in the regular season, and then you find out where your holes are, and you go fill those holes to be able to figure out how to go win a World Series. And that's the question I want to ask right now. Are the Brewers good enough today? Are the Brewers a World Series caliber team as currently constructed?
Interesting.
We can include their minor league roster and other players might be coming and going. And it is an interesting question, but all evidence, Matt Hamilton, and you can chime in 844-770-3776. That's Carbon Stock. Text line list is more. And Riley needs to hear this too. All evidence points to no. Because every year they build a team that is good enough to get you beat. Like, it's good enough to get you to then get beat by, in this case, the Dodgers again and maybe Atlanta. Are the Brewers good enough to go play the Dodgers? Yes. Are they good enough to beat the Dodgers in a 7-game series? I'm not betting on it.
Because
that's why I don't want to ask, are they contenders? I want to. Are they a World Series?
Because we can all agree they're contenders.
Clearly.
Okay.
But like we also could agree that the Dodgers are kind of S tier, and then it's like the Brewers are contending with the Braves and the Phillies and the Cardinals, I guess, to like see who has the opportunity to go get slaughtered by the Dodgers.
Who gets to be the sacrificial lamb for the Dodgers?
I mean, basically, and yeah, here's the thing. The Brewers are so young, and you look at the pitching, and you look at Harrison and all these guys, like, we saw this last year. We see this every year. They get these nice pops, and these players are good long-term, Mizorowski. But they have either collapses during the regular season because they run out of gas for a while because they've never pitched and played as long. It's a long-ass season. And guys like, the nice thing is guys like Terang and even Miz, now they kind of know where those bodies are buried, and they kind of figure out how to get themselves through a season. They know where their body's going to kind of dip and then rise back up. But then you have other young guys that pop up here, and they don't know what's going to happen with the grind of an entire season.
Yeah, I mean, I do think this team, as constructed, would be good enough to compete with the Dodgers and potentially win a World Series because all of the, like, their pitching is good enough. And I think it seems like the bats have been going. Now, I don't think we have the depth where if we were to incur an injury, especially to one of those our star pitchers, I don't know if we even hold a candle to the Dodgers at that point. So I do think we might be up near that S-tier pedestal, but we're on a very fragile edge with health, which that's the only thing that scares me the most and why I would like to see some move prior to the trade deadline is just I think we're one injury away from a star that takes you out of World Series contention.
Are you talking about specifically an injury to a starting pitcher?
Yes.
Because that seems to be what you guys are implying.
Well, that's my biggest fear because if I'm not even going to say it, but if one of our two pitchers is not capable of pitching in the postseason, we're cooked.
Who are the two best pitchers for the Brewers right now?
Right now, Jacob Mizorowski, Kyle Harrison are the two
Kyle
best pitchers.
Harrison, I think
I don't even want to put him in a sentence with injuries, so I'm not doing it.
I'm not even going to go injuries. Kyle Harrison's career high in injuries, I believe, is like our innings pitched is like 130. He's at nearly 60. He's going to reach his innings pitched high in end of July. And then what happens? I'm not even saying injury. Like, arm fatigue is a real thing. Teams spend all this time and money to figure out how to stretch guys out. the Brewers started pulling back Miz last year to try to save him, and it worked because he started to show fatigue. Then they started paring back his innings to keep him healthier. And then he did have a little more zip at the end.
I mean, they were only giving him like 5 innings most of the season last year anyway.
Yeah, which I'm not discounting that. And I do think Kyle Harrison, we're probably going to see him probably get some innings pulled back. He might start to fatigue a little bit as he does this for the first time. But the Brewers are going to have built-in acquisitions at the end of the season regardless, because you have Quinn Priester, who started playoff game. He started game 1 of the NLCS last year for the Brewers.
What is Quinn Priester doing right now?
He's rehabbing. He's coming back from injury. What did the Dodgers do last year? They had half their stars on the injured list all season. Then they come back for the playoffs. They're all fresh. They're ready to go. They're still great.
Is Quinn Priester even pitching?
Yes, he's doing rehab assignments. Has he struggled in the rehab assignments? Yes. Yeah. But
does he have a track?
They moved him out of Nashville and down to another league, didn't they?
Yeah, I think he had a bad one in Single A. Might have had a bad one at Nashville.
I just see here he's on the 60-day DL.
Yeah, he still is.
Okay,
yeah. He's still recovering from injury, but he will be back. Brandon Woodruff has thrown lots of bullpens. He's going to come back. Will he be the Brandon Woodruff of old?
Yes. The man dropped like 15 miles per hour. Like, you understand that, like, those are massive ifs. Quinn Priester, who has not pitched and does not look like he's on the horizon of pitching any point so far this year.
It's June.
And him just showing up and pitching. And then Brandon Woodruff, who, like, basically fell off a cliff. He went from the 90s to the 80s.
Brandon Woodruff, I understand. He's old. He's getting up there. I still think he's got it in him. Quinn Priester, though, sure, he hasn't pitched in a very long period of time.
Thoracic outlet syndrome. That doesn't sound good.
I am confident in the Brewers pitching lab and getting him ready to go.
I don't like this.
So you're talking about our 2 young guys in Miz and Kyle, and then
Quinn Priester's young.
But that's not it.
That's what makes me nervous. That's what I'm saying is I agree with Riley. If these guys are able to come back and play to most of their potential that they had last year, I don't make any moves. But I just don't know if everybody is going to come back. Like, we need 4 decent pitchers in our starting rotation. I think we've got 2 for sure.
I think you need at least 3.
Okay.
I think you need at least 3
to hang with the Dodgers.
Yes, okay. And I'd like to see them acquire a bat with a little more pop in it at the deadline. I'd like to see Luis Rengifo replaced personally. Isaac Paredes, he is third baseman for the Giants right now. That's the guy I have my eye on, and I think that's very feasible. He's a very solid player, above average third baseman. He'll be better than what the Brewers have right now, but it's not. I don't think the Brewers need to go out, sell the farm for Tarek Skubal to defeat the Dodgers.
Why?
Because right now they're the 3rd best team in baseball.
We say that every year. Last year, every sports center, best record in baseball, didn't make the World Series.
Yeah. Because the Dodgers were injured for the whole season, then everyone was fresh for the playoffs.
So this brings us...
Skubal, with a track record, will not be, like, fully going until, like, mid-June or July. So, like, that would be the guy you'd want to acquire, right?
Of course, I'd love to have Tarek Skubal. But, Quinn Priester, he's not Skubal, but he's an above-average starting pitcher.
But he hasn't thrown a ball.
Yeah. That doesn't mean he can't. He will. He will. He's going to come back from injury. He's going to be fine.
So, Riley, it brings me back to this question that comes up on our show every couple months. With the Packers, would you sacrifice, mortgage the future for a win now? And I look at this Brewers team, and you're absolutely right. We've been good for a while. We've had prospects coming through the pipeline. At what point are we close enough to being World Series contenders in the eyes of Mark Antanasio where you can say, you know what, we can sell the future for 2-3 years to really give us the best shot?
See, the issue is I don't think it's 2 to 3 years or 3 to 4 years that you're selling the future. The Brewers, with the way Major League Baseball works, like, to get a Tarek Skubal, they're probably going to want the Tigers, one of your top 3 prospects.
Right.
potentially multiple of your top 10 prospects. And the Brewers just can't afford that if they want to stay relevant. But
that's the thing. Would you fall out of relevancy for a little bit to get your World Series appearance? Let's say appearance. Because
not an appearance.
I can't guarantee a win, but I can tell you pretty confidently with Kyle, Miz, and Tarek, there's a good chance you're making it through the Dodgers.
With the amount of young talent coming up right now for the Brewers, I just don't think you do
think
that.
you can get even closer?
Yeah.
That's what you're saying to me is we can get closer to a World Series contending team with our prospects and the future we have than where we're at right now.
Yes, 100%. And baseball is a weird sport where you have a team like the Nationals in 2019 just catch fire. That's the thing. As much as it sucks and is frustrating as a Brewers fan, it's when you get the bite at the apple. If you get into the playoffs, anything can happen. The Phillies could knock out the Dodgers in round 1. You don't know.
But then
any
the Phillies
team
can
can
knock
catch fire.
you out.
True. I totally admit that. And that happened to the Brewers for the umpteenth.
It happens every time to the Brewers. And so
except last year and 2018 where they lost to the Dodgers.
Do you know who Matt Laporta is?
Yes. I've heard the name.
And what is your relationship with the name?
I don't know.
He was the guy, oh my God, you can't trade him to get CC Sabathia. Mm-hmm. He is terrible. The Brewers won that deal. You probably remember Alcides Escobar or Lorenzo Cain.
do, yep. And
hold on, though, Jim. What do you mean
they
the
got rid of
Brewers won
Michael
that?
Brantley?
It was great with CC Sabathia, but we didn't get the ultimate goal.
They still won the deal. Matt Laporta was fine. You traded a rotational outfielder to take a true run in the World Series.
Wasn't Michael Brantley the biggest piece?
And that was a player to be named later. He wasn't.
Yeah, he wasn't even a part of it.
Yes. Alcides Escobar, Lorenzo Cain, Jake Odorizzi, and Jeremy Jeffress was traded for Zach Greinke, who they won the CC trade because of what he did. He did what he was supposed to do.
Right.
Zach Greinke got here 11-0 with a 3.13 ERA at then Miller Park, and they got them to an NLCS appearance in 2011 with that trade. So here's if you believe in Matt Arnold, in his ability to draft and develop and build a farm system, and his ability to acquire players, then you should believe in his ability to go get the player that pushes the Brewers over the edge. And if that empties the coffers a little bit, you should trust his ability to backfill the coffers.
I do trust that.
If he thinks it's the best move, I am in Matt Arnold. I trust.
No, I agree. That's why if he does decide this is the year to go in and he gets Tarek Skubal, then I'm like, all right, if he says it's go time, Matt Arnold, he pushes all the right buttons, so I'm in on whatever he does. But again, I don't think he's going to do that. So I'm also going to trust if he doesn't go after Tarek Skubal this season, that he trusts the roster as it's currently constructed to compete and potentially win a championship.
And if they don't, you're just going to say, oh, those are the breaks?
Yep.
No, we say we're building for next year.
Depends on how the postseason goes. Then next year, Jesus Madej, maybe. You got Cooper Pratt, you got Jet Williams, got a lot of talented infielders. Joey Ortiz, his time is numbered. Rengifo, his days are numbered in this organization. You got so much young talent. I feel good about the Brewers.
You're turning into, and I say this, with admiration, but you're becoming the Cubs fan of, better luck next year. There's always next year. There's always the following year. Just got to fill.
Well, that's the nice part about the Brewers. There is.
They
don't miss the playoffs
they
anymore.
They compete every year.
But
they're at 40 wins.
But this is the thing. They're just pumping you full of hopium over and over again. What about the boat? Well, this box could be a boat. You could just acquire a boat in Skubal. And I feel bad because the Brewers are good enough to go win a World Series if they add a legit bat or a guy like Skubal. If they don't, I would bet dollars to donuts they're going to come up short again. And that is frustrating to see from the outside. I don't have any ill will against the Brewers. I want them to make a smart trade to get a player to go to the World Series and have a real chance to win it. I think Brewers fans deserve that. The Cubs were the lovable losers. Now, it's a little bit different with the Brewers because they win, but the whole knock was all they wanted to do prior ownership was just Phil Wrigley. Does that sound familiar? Give the fans a fun summer.
Summer of fun.
Now, the Brewers are better at it, but the same results. of, in the end, they didn't win World Series. They went forever without a World Series because they didn't have anyone there that was serious about actually going to win a World Series. They just wanted to be good enough to fill the stadium.
See, I get that, but then the other, like your counterpoint to that is the Mets spend $250 trillion every season, and they make all the wrong acquisitions. They spend all this money. The Padres spend a ton of money too, and it doesn't work out. So you still have to make the correct decision for your team. And I trust if Matt Arnold believes Tarek Skubal's the guy to get, they're going to get him. But I'm just going to bet he's not, and that the Brewers are capable of winning a World Series this year.
That little monologue Riley did you catch a little pole dancing, Riley?
Yeah.
Dollars.
Dollars.
Riley, I love talking Brewers with you because Jim mentioned hopium. Like, you're the hopium dealer.
Yeah.
You make me believe that these Brewers really are there. Of the three, you said Jet,
Cooper
Madej, and
Madej.
Pratt. Which one would you be most willing to give up to get a guy?
Jet Williams.
Jet Williams.
Because he's not yours?
Well,
Because he came in through a trade?
no, and I looked at his stats recently to see, like, is he ready to come up and replace a major league guy? Probably not.
Does Jet have the same value because he's smaller? And, like, those are usually viewed as more of not premier prospects. Doesn't mean he can't be a good player, but, like...
He's batting around 250 in AAA. I think he has 5 home runs, maybe around 20 RBIs. Like, he's a solid AAA ball player right now, and I think he's only 21, 22, so he's still really young. But he's not. They just gave Cooper Pratt a big extension, so I'm assuming he's going to be a superstar. Jesus Madej, he's going to be a stud. If you watch it, he's got one of the sweetest swings I've ever seen in my life. I think his average exit velo on his hits is 108 miles per hour. Whoa. That dude rocks. Love watching him.
You know what else rocks? Ruth's Chris Steakhouse in Middleton. Go check them out. Their Sizzle, Swizzle, and Swirl Happy Hour. You also can go see Lee, go see Kevin, go see the whole crew over at Ruth's Chris Steakhouse in Middleton, and make sure to tell them that Jim, Matt, and Molly sent you. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light, a finalist for Best of Madison Radio Team for the 4th year in a row. Vote for us any day this month at MadisonMagazine.com.
Imagine the peace of mind knowing your home or business is safe 24/7. I'm Jeffrey Beckman, president of J&K Security Solutions, and we provide security you can trust. Serving Madison and southern Wisconsin, J&K Security Solutions offers state-of-the-art home and business security systems tailored to your needs. From video surveillance to home and business automation, to find out how J&K Security can help secure what matters most in your life, visit jksecurity.com.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
As a single mom, I questioned college. I worried about having enough time and support, but I'm so glad that I didn't let that stop me. Once I started at Madison College, I realized I can do this. I'm really proud of myself. My instructors truly care about my success, and I have a community of support. My advice to other single moms, do this for you. There's more to your story at Madison College.
Visit madisoncollege.edu to get started.
Experience the future of recovery at Carbon World Health. They've brought Escape Robotic Massage to Madison, the world's first AI-powered, fully automated therapeutic massage that's customized to your body every time. Using advanced body scanning, Escape maps your muscles and delivers precision-calibrated pressure to release tension, reduce inflammation, and accelerate recovery. Book your Escape session at Carbon World Health and feel what the future of wellness really feels like. Carbon World Health, your body optimized.
ESPN Madison and Zimbrick Honda are celebrating the area's best high school sports stories with the Game Changers of the Month. Follow ESPN Madison on social media to see the teams recognized for making a positive impact in the community. It's the Game Changers of the Month, presented by Zimbrick Honda.
Listen to Madison Money Guy every Saturday morning at 7 a.m. on 100.5 ESPN and ESPNWisconsin.com.
I like to refer to inflation as the silent killer. It's an invisible risk. It's just the idea that things get more expensive over time. You're going to need milk and eggs when you're in your early 60s and when you're in your early 80s. You're going to get a loaf of bread, and it's going to be more expensive 20 years from now.
Christian Finfrock is the Madison Money Guy. Call him today at 208-1800.
Seriously injured? Call Gruber Law Offices today.
On the air, on demand, on social, on Wisconsin Sports. Serving Wisconsin sports fans. This is 100.5 ESPN.
Dealing with storm damage? That's never fun. That's why homeowners are turning to Everlight Solar for roofing and exterior repairs done right. They handle the entire process, from insurance claims to fixing your roof, with one trusted team. Less stress, faster solutions, and a home that stays protected from the elements. If your roof took a hit, Everlight's got you covered. Visit everlightroofing.com to get started today. That's everlightroofing.com. Everlight, a proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics.
Hey parents, looking for the perfect night out with the whole fam? Try the Rally Madison FC Family Special, presented by Madison Gas and Electric. Score a ticket to the match, a meal, and an RMFC scarf for just $18 per pack. Be a part of history and support women's soccer during Rally Madison's inaugural season at Breeze Stevens Field. Visit RallyMadisonFC.com and purchase your family special ticket packs today. That's RallyMadisonFC.com. Rally Madison, fun for all.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light. Also brought to you by J&K Security Solutions, securing homes and businesses in the Madison area since 1987.
Carbon World Health is where I trust with my health, whether it is talking about GLP-1s, talking about hormone optimization and treatment, or you can ask them about cryotherapy, red light therapy, and of course they have their gym over at their original location and the hydrofacials over at the location in Sun Prairie. So go see my good friends at Carbon World Health. Visit them at carbonworldhealth.com. Jim Rutledge, Matt Hamilton with you, Riley Yelk behind the glass. And we got a fun little text that I want to address for a minute here as we talk Brewers baseball. You can continue to chime in if you want to ask or answer this question. Are the Brewers a World Series caliber team as currently constructed? I say no. I think they are, like, anything can happen sort of team. They're going to be in contention for the World Series, but I don't think this team is good enough to get past the Dodgers, and currently they're behind the Dodgers and the Braves in the National League. Matt and Riley both say yes. TJ from the road chimes in and says, best radio talk show in Wisconsin. Well, thank you. So, Chris from Manitowoc Waters.
Damn right.
To kind of get the full grasp of this show, the full... everything we cover. It says, Jimbo, you said that very Rico Suave about Andy's mom from Toy Story. Does Mr. Hamilton have a crush on an animated character?
Good question.
Yes, so you can chime in, 844-770-3776. Carlos Talk text line, list is more. Who or do you or did you have a animated crush, Matt Hamilton?
I mean, yeah. I'll go... from The Incredibles, Elastigirl. Definitely had a crush on Elastigirl. Oh, my gosh. Yeah. For dynamite drop, Riley.
Riley?
Yeah, as a kid, I was a huge fan of Phineas and Ferb. And there's, the recurring love story of Phineas and Isabella. And I as a kid...
As we know, right, Jim?
Yes.
As a kid, I was into Isabella from Phineas and Ferb.
Wow. 844-770-3776. It's Carbon Stock text line. This is more. Who was or is your animated crush? I think for a lot of people my age, it's Jessica Rabbit.
Oh, yeah. Fair.
Yeah.
Do you guys know Jessica Rabbit?
I do. I definitely do.
Yes. So, she's written, obviously, to kind of be a crush.
Yeah.
So
right.
It's a little bit of cheating with that answer. But, yeah, I think she is definitely.
Like designed after like a pinup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Kim Possible.
Yeah, I mentioned that in the break when Jim mentioned it to me. I was like, that's Kim Possible.
Matt had like a top 10.
Yeah. Lois Griffin.
Lois Griffin.
Oh, yeah.
I disagree.
Oh.
Now, one thing I would love if we have any women listen, I just don't think, I I don't know if women have animated crushes.
I don't know.
Well, that Prince
think
Charming.
they do.
I don't know. That's what I would love to know.
Yeah.
At least not a top 10. I feel like that's
maybe not a top 10.
Yeah, here, let me pull my
But if you
my
got
animated laminated list out of my wallet.
Have you guys heard of like the social media trend, like the "hear me out"
Yes.
trend?
Oh,
yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like that's usually. I've seen a lot of women do that, and then they'll pick some random animated character, and they're like, "Oh, hear me out,"
Okay.
like Doc Hudson from Cars, like he was
Oh,
really
yeah.
hot, or the fish from Finding Nemo, and it's like, okay,
Yeah, Marlin.
That's the thing.
It's like that's weird.
I think
but-
women are just far more of like the vibe.
exactly. It's
And
not
guys
quite
like,
the
how,
same.
Guys are like, how is she drawn?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like Riley's examples were a fish and a car.
Yeah, exactly. That's
Yeah, women are like, but what's his vibe? What's his personality?
Yeah.
We're like, what's the animation like? To that point, Adam in Mount Horeb chimes in, Lola Bunny from Space Jam.
Oh yeah, good pick. Good pull.
That's a classic.
Classic.
Molly is glad she's not on today's show. 844
I know.
770
All we know about Molly is she likes Mr. Clean.
736 844 770 3730.
It was a vibe thing. It's because he cleans.
Yes.
It was not
Yes.
because, I mean, she
Savage.
did say he was jacked, but
Yes.
she was like, come home to a clean house every day? Mr. Clean seems like the answer.
Yeah, that's fair. Also, Adam on Horeb says, not quite a World Series contender. Definitely need to add an arm and a bat to fill in. So we're kind of asking two questions here. One of the Brewers World Series caliber team as currently constructed, and what was your animated crush?
As of now, Jim, early returns on the ESPN Madison X poll heavily skewing in your favor. 66% no, 33% yes. I think a lot of people are probably in the Adam and Mount Horeb category where it's like they need a couple more pieces.
They have like right now you'd call it like a puncher's chance. Like, okay, yeah, anything can happen, but to truly feel like you're on equal footing going into a series with the Dodgers, like we can do this. Because remember, they swept you last year. One guy, Ohtani, beat you by himself because he pitched the game and hit all the runs in it. So
Blake Snell had a game
just recently.
Yeah, so
beat us in the most recent series.
And I'm like, clearly the Brewers are the best team in the NL Central, and they're one of the top teams in the National League. It's just the Dodgers are a different animal. And so I want to ask this question, Riley, but Matt, you can chime on it too, but there's probably no baseball next year.
Yeah, that's true. I will.
Yeah, now do you want to go all in?
I will admit that is a very compelling argument to me because it's almost a guarantee there's going to be a lockout in Major League Baseball in 2027. So if you're Atanasio and Arnold and you're like, we're not making any money, especially Atanasio, we're not making any money next year on a summer of fun. We're just going to throw it all into 2027. I would understand that. And again, if Matt Arnold decides that's what's best for the Milwaukee Brewers, I'm going to get on board with essentially whatever he does.
With an
because he doesn't
October of
miss.
fun?
Yeah, an October of fun. I do love Octobers of fun. Last October was pretty darn fun.
Sounds
so the Dodgers
nice.
came to town.
So with that, is it a bat? Is it a closer or is it a starter?
I personally think a bat. The Brewers currently and
like a thumper?
A thumper, yes. I want a guy that's pumping home runs. Get some pumps. Because right now the Brewers, as per pretty usual, I'd say, they're last in Major League Baseball in home runs this season. They don't hit it out of the ballpark. And what we see last year that led to success in the postseason, how they beat the Cubs? It was on the long ball. They beat the Cubs almost exclusively with home runs. Andrew Vaughn, Jackson Chourio. I forgot who else was hitting home runs. Bryce Terang probably hit one. I can't. Wild Bill. Contreras had one in Game 5. Like, you got to be able to hit home runs in the postseason. If you want to tag guys like Blake Snell and Shohei Ohtani, you got to be able to hit it over the fence occasionally. So I'd like to see one guy, one more bat in the lineup alongside a Contreras, Chourio from time to time, Bowers, Vaughn, that's going to get you consistently hits over the fence. I want a bat.
And do you have anyone off the top of your head who you think could be available?
Yeah, you mentioned it.
Isaac Paredes, third baseman for the San Francisco Giants. I think he replaces Rengifo. I like the thought of Byron Buxton. Jeff Passan brought up Byron Buxton as a potential target for the Brewers. He has like 17 home runs on the season, which is awesome. Would love that. I just don't know. Maybe
Twins aren't giving him up.
Twins are probably not giving him up, or they're asking for a huge price. And then where does he slot into the outfield? If you have Yelich DHing, you have Jackson Churio in center, Sal in right, Bowers in left, or something along. Garrett Mitchell. I just don't know. They have so much outfield depth. I don't know where exactly he slots in, but I would love Buxton's bat in the lineup if possible.
And what about, like, let's say more of a buy low pitcher like Sandy Alcantara from the Miami Marlins?
Marlins, that I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued by that. A dependable starter.
He is a starter.
Yeah, dependable veteran starter. But again, I think this is how the Brewers are looking at it, and maybe they're not counting on Brandon Woodruff to be back, but I'm pretty sure they're counting on Quinn Priester to be back at minimum by the postseason and ready to go. You guys laugh, but it's true.
He's in single A ball right now, Riley.
Yeah, he pitched game 1 of the NLCS last year. He's not a.
I'm not saying he's a bum.
It's
I'm
not
just saying,
Andrew Fisher.
He
who's
seems like
currently
he's
down
a
there.
ways off.
He's like rolling.
It's June.
He's playing catch.
June.
Like, I feel like he's in the catch. That's my favorite phase of rehab for pitchers.
Yeah, they're playing catch.
Playing catch. They call it long ball toss or like catch. He's just playing catch with his dad. Is like that's his
playing catch from like center field to right field or left field.
Not too far. Just
yeah. And I want the optimism that you have. It's just he seems really far off.
It's June. We're talking about September and October.
Okay. Hey, again, I love the optimism. I appreciate
down in August. It's August. We're talking about October. We're fine.
See, if he's still at the same, if he's at the same spot in August, then I'm probably not counting on him. But it's June.
Okay.
I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think Jesse Nelson thinks the Brewers should go get Aroldis Chapman to lock down the bullpen, the back end? He doesn't like what McGill and Uribe have done this year.
Yes, I would want. If I'm Brewers, I want a closer.
Mm-hmm.
How is Chapman 100?
Yeah, he's 38.
Because he was on the Cubs World Series team, and I thought he was old then.
Yeah.
And I don't understand.
Apparently, he has 16 saves on the year and an under 1 ERA.
No,
he's somehow still kicking.
Dealing.
He's still kicking.
I'm sure he's throwing heat. I mean, he was close to the Miz level heat when he was on the Cubs, so he's probably still around 99, 100.
I think he's got one of the fastest pitches in MLB history at one point.
Oh, yeah. He brought it.
I'm intrigued. I mean, I don't know what would be best for the Brewers. Is it the closer? Is it the starter? Or is it a bat? I'm a fan of the long ball.
Mm-hmm.
Matt digs the long ball. So I think it's a bat as well.
All right.
I'm on board with that.
Purely off of like a viewer aesthetics, not what I think the Brewers actually need. What I would like the Brewers to show me.
So Matt digs the long ball. Do Matt's animated crushes dig the long ball?
I don't know. Maybe. I could hit a long ball.
I bet you Lola Bunny, Lola the Bunny could hit it. Hit a home run.
Yeah, she could hit a home run.
Yeah, for sure. This is Jim Matt Mob, by Coors Light.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly.
Just say you like it. There's nothing cool about the band. It is objectively not cool.
I find
you like it.
Okay, I like it because it's cool.
It's not cool.
It can be cool to Matt. Like things can be cool to other people if they're not cool to you.
I like Star Wars. I know it's
so
nerdy as
judgmental.
hell.
Star Wars
so
is cool.
judgmental. No, it is not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
When I dressed up in my Star Wars outfit,
it
that
wasn't
was
that cool.
Presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube.
This is Aaron Brown, owner of Siding Unlimited, letting you know that Siding Unlimited installs Pella windows and doors. That's right, Siding Unlimited installs windows, and we do it really well, earning the prestigious Pella Platinum Premier National Certified Contractor of the Year award 5 times. New windows, our expert team will deliver on a smooth, hassle-free installation, making you feel proud of calling Siding Unlimited for your window project. What's the next step? Call 608-220-0005 or go to sidingunlimited.com.
Jeff Henson owns Englehart Motorsports, and the relationship with his previous business technology vendor wasn't what it used to be. So Jeff sat down with the James Imaging System sales rep.
Their communication with us has been impressive. Andrew, in his consistency and follow-through, proved to me that it would be the right relationship to start moving forward.
Moving forward with James Imaging Systems, a 100% Wisconsin-owned owned and managed business technology company. What's been the benefit, Jeff?
Definitely peace of mind.
That's really great. Has James Imaging Systems done their part in helping Englehart Motorsports do business better?
Yes, without a doubt.
Jeff, would you recommend James Imaging Systems?
I would highly recommend James Imaging.
James Imaging Systems, AI-driven workflow automation, security enhancements, and digital transformation. Call 608-221-3457 or visit jamesimaging.com.
Ben Brust here to tell you about Zimbrick European. They're Mercedes, Audi, Porsche, and certified pre-owned. But the best part is I've been working with them since 2018, and the evolution has been a 2-door, a 4-door, and now it's time for an SUV. My life has changed, and it's changed with Zimbrick European. Being a dad has made it really important to have the comfort and the safety that the SUV will bring me. Again, Zimbrick European off the Beltline at Rimrock Road. Of course, I found the sexiest car on the lot. Check them out.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance, because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 10 and 35%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
I'm John Hayes, owner of Goodman's Jewelers. We've been at the heart of many magical moments, from engagements to weddings to sweet 16s. It warms my heart to be a part of these moments for 40 years with people I consider family. With the highest standards and an eye for classic beauty, enjoy a warm boutique setting at Goodman's Jewelers, where integrity shines in every gem. At 220 State Street, Goodman's Jewelers, the Diamond Store, Madison, since 1933.
The best is at Goodman's.
Father's Day is coming, and how do you show somebody you love them and appreciate them? Well, that's with something from Door County Distillery, of course. Hey, it's Alex Stroh. I've been telling you for years about the great Door County Distillery. Locally produced, handcrafted, award-winning spirits made locally in Door County and available all over the Madison area. So no matter what the dad in your life likes, Door County Distillery has you covered. Gins, whiskeys, my favorite is the bourbon, rums, vodkas, and more. Check them out, doorcountydistillery.com. That's doorcountydistillery.com.
Running a business doesn't leave time to wait. You need answers and a banker who responds. At Starion Bank, you work directly with local decision makers who understand your business and act quickly. No runaround, no delays, just solutions. The right banking relationship makes a difference, especially when things get complicated. Starion Bank, built for the long game. Visit starionbank.com to get started today.
This is Robin Bryden from the depths of Scotland, and you're listening to Jim, Matt and Molly on 100.5 ESPN Madison.
The NBA Finals resumes tonight as the Knicks, the darling of the NBA, leads the darling star of the NBA. And that's Victor Wembanyama and the San Antonio Spurs. And Riley is riled up about all the love around Madison Square Garden. Jim Rutledge, Matt Hamilton, Riley out with you.
Yeah, I mean, let me just preface with saying that I respect MSG as a venue. As a UFC fan, that's where all the biggest, if there's going to be a massive fight card in America, they want to put it at MSG. I get it's legendary. You've had amazing boxing events there. I get it. MSG is really cool. But all these Knicks fans, all these Knicks media personalities, oh, Spurs, you don't know what you're in for. Oh, the NBA, it's just different at MSG. Oh, this is New York. Oh, you don't get it. Like, this is special. We've been waiting 50 years for this in New York. We're New York.
Forget about it.
Like, shut up. Oh, my gosh. You are not any more special than any other fan base on this planet. Like, you're telling me the atmosphere is going to be any better than it was in Phoenix or Milwaukee for the 2021 NBA Finals? No. That was during COVID. That was the tail end of COVID. And this is going to be the same at best. It's just ridiculous There is nothing special about the New York Knicks fan base, and I'm sick of this narrative.
But let me tell you about Lambeau Field. Nobody can go to Lambeau Field and win anything. You go to Lambeau Field, you lose to the Packers because it's cold, and Curly Lambeau, and Vince Lombardi, and Brett Favre, and Aaron Rodgers. You just don't lose to the Packers. You just don't beat the Packers at Lambeau Field. Like, that's the mecca for all sports fans. It's totally different than Madison Square Garden.
You sound like Adam Sandler on SNL.
Doing the Sandman voice. I mean, Jim, you're spot on. Lambeau is impossible to play out. We are built different. MSG, not quite.
So
You're not the same.
When did Lambeau lose its lore? Because it's lost it. It doesn't. I don't think teams are afraid. It's not quite Camp Randall level where other opposing teams are just doing the jump around and not giving an F about the
Camp Randall also has lost its aura, unfortunately.
Yes. And the jump around is kind of sad when it's in the fourth quarter and you're losing.
And the other team's
like that's
jumping
the risk
around.
when you have a fourth quarter thing. When you're good, it's awesome. When you're bad, it's honestly just like waiting
kind of
for
a
your
slap
spanking.
in the mouth.
Yeah, you're like,
yeah,
oh, great.
Or frustrating now, especially after Dan Land and Oregon publicized them co-opting it during it. Like now opposing teams, like it always is cool watching the opposing teams get into it because they're enjoying it. They're not used to it.
Yeah.
But now even when you're good, you're leading a better team at night, and then they're just uber confident because they know they're still going to beat you. Like, I'm not the biggest fan of that.
Yeah, no, it's but
So you think we should get rid of it while we're bad?
No.
Okay.
No, it's just
Okay. Just making sure.
We're taking our lumps right now.
Yeah,
with the jump
exactly.
around.
It'll come back. Like it'll rise again, but right now it's either sad or frustrating.
Yeah, so you're just taking the lumps. And obviously Lambeau Field's not to that point.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, as like an opposing fan, thinking that the Packers were unbeatable and buying the lore that you just couldn't beat the Packers at Lambeau Field in the playoffs, because that's when it's cold.
Right.
That's when it's Lambeau. That's the whole thing, is when Michael Vick from Wimpy old Atlanta and the Dome went out there and beat the Packers and Brett Favre. And then the following year, Randy Moss did the thing that has offended Joe Buck more than anything else in the entire
a disgusting act, if you will.
So I would say those two games combined, but the Atlanta game when Michael Vick came up here and beat the Packers at Lambeau Field in the cold, I believe it was the first game that Brett Favre lost in below 32 or below freezing weather, and it was Michael Vick from Atlanta who came up here and beat him.
That's sad. That's sad. So that's when Lambeau lost its lore for you,
It's just it lost its invincibility.
See, to me, that was just like, okay, maybe it's not every time, but it's still like the majority of the time when that happened. And again, I was very young, so I still, I
lost its invincibility for me.
Right, fair. For me, that moment was getting the brakes blown off us by San Francisco, the Colin Kaepernick year, where he ran for like 250 yards, just ran amok on the Packers. That's when I kind of felt like Lambeau wasn't the Brett Favre Lambeau that I experienced like growing up in the 90s.
Yeah, I feel like for me, I feel like most of my sentient life, like Lambeau Field hasn't been this super like dominant sphere of aura that the Packers just never lose, because I've now seen, outside of that Super Bowl year, I've probably seen the Packers take more playoff losses at Lambeau than I've seen wins. But
Don't even include the Super Bowl year. That was all road games.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like they didn't even play at Lambeau when they won the Super Bowl. But I think
in your lifetime.
Yeah, exactly. In my lifetime. You could go back to even.
What's your birth year?
2001.
2001. So he missed the Super Bowl by Brett Favre by 5 years.
Yep. Just a youngster. But I think you could even go to the year after the Super Bowl, 15-1. They're playing the Giants at Lambeau Field, and then
I thought he was talking about Brett Favre with the going into the Broncos game. 15-1.
No, 15-1. You go into the playoffs. You're playing the Giants, like divisional round. Like it's not even a question. You're supposed to beat the Giants, and then you get smoked at Lambeau Field. Like it's not even close. 37-20. They lost, and that I think was the start for me, where I was like, "Oh, really?" I thought the Packers weren't supposed to lose at home.
Yeah. DJ from the road chimes in. Start of the end was the playoff loss to Michael Vick. The death knell was the loss to the Giants.
2007,
Brett's last game.
That was one of the first memories I have as a Packers fan was watching that game and Tom Coughlin red in the face.
Yeah.
Clearly frostbitten. That was sad.
And I listened to that one on the way home from a curling event. Oof. I still couldn't. It was like I was in shock for half that drive. Like, I didn't believe it. Like, what I heard was War of the Worlds or something. Okay, someone tell me this was fake because I'm about to drive off a bridge.
Yeah, and it's obviously, as we talk about the war around Madison Square Garden and everything happening tonight in the NBA Finals, I mean, I am excited that there's going to be at least, well, obviously if New York takes care of business, but 6 games, like that means that Game 6 would be at Madison Square Garden, which would be pretty great in sports. But all it takes is winning at a high level again to do it.
Yeah.
I mean, a couple Jordan Love wins at Lambeau Field in the playoffs, because his playoff victory came at Dallas.
Right.
How many playoff games has Jordan Love played at Lambeau? Any?
None.
Jeez.
No, 7 seed. You don't get
That's
to play
right.
at home.
Wow.
So Jordan Love's never, I mean, he's undefeated in the playoffs at Lambeau.
That's insane to say out loud.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's insane to say out loud that we have not won a division in the past 3 years. Which, you know, when you were during this Rodgers...
Well, you didn't win it with Rodgers last year either, so it's 4.
4, but like, I just look back on my lifetime as a Packer fan.
Yeah.
Half the time I feel like I've gotten to say we're the division champs.
Right.
Maybe just a little bit less than half, but a lot.
I don't disagree. Yeah.
Right? So, like, now... having those home playoff games, that was like an expectation of the Packers.
It's like going to a bowl game.
Now you're like
a Badger fan.
A home playoff game. That means we're better than a 7 seed. That means we would have made the playoffs in the 2000 teens. Amazing.
What also is amazing is Chalmers Jewelers in Madison and in Middleton. They are Madison's local jeweler. They are Madison's family-owned jeweler. They are Madison's custom jeweler. So go visit our friends at Chalmers Jewelers in Madison and in Middleton. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light. Also brought to you by J&K Security Solutions, securing homes and businesses in the Madison area since 1987. Rah. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute.
This Badger Minute brought to you by The Jump Around. Don't miss new episodes of this exclusive digital show talking all things Wisconsin sports. New episodes debut Thursdays at 12:30, streaming on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel.
With your Badger Minute, I'm Riley Yout. Wisconsin basketball legend and current color commentator Brian Butch joined the Jump Around last Thursday, and he believes that Greg Gard is still criminally underrated.
Now it's just an assumption, well, Greg's going to figure it out. Yeah. And that's how good of a coach Greg is. Like, I mean, that's just the reality of this, is like Greg is a flat out. I was talking to one Big Ten assistant coach this offseason, and his exact words were, nobody has a clue how good Greg Gard is.
Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin doesn't play games. Just straightforward pricing, premium quality, and trusted Pella certified installation. Visit PellaWI.com today.
I didn't see myself going to college because I struggled with anxiety and depression, but I'm so glad I didn't let that stop me. At Madison College, I've found my community. There are a ton of support resources, and I never feel like I'm alone. My advice to others, keep pushing on. There's more to your story at Madison College.
Visit madisoncollege.edu to get started.
Ben Brust here to tell you about why your next work van should be from Mercedes-Benz Sprinter at Zimbrick European. First off, we have versatility. The Sprinter vans offer 16 body types and thousands of ways to customize that space. Number 2, we have reliability. Sprinter's most powerful diesel engines last longer and require less maintenance, spend more time on the road and less time in those bays. Number 3, we have safety. Sprinter's safety technologies include curtain airbags all around, load adaptive electronic stability program, and crosswind and attention assist. Number 4, Van Care Mobile. Our maintenance team can come to you with routine service. Who wants to go in? Let them come to you. They work with multiple trucks on one visit. Use the Mercedes Me Connect. And last but not least, get your Zimbrick Sprinter at Zimbrick European at Rimrock Road and the Beltline, or go online at ZimbrickEuropean.com, because your next Mercedes Sprinter van is waiting for you.
A strong team makes all the difference, and Everlight Solar just expanded theirs. Everlight now offers roofing and exterior services for homeowners dealing with storm damage. From the first call to the final repair, Everlight quickly handles everything under one roof. When your roof takes a hit, you've got a team behind you. Start today at everlightroofing.com. That's everlightroofing.com. Everlight, powering through any storm. A proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
How much does it cost to talk to Gruber Law Offices after a serious accident? It's free. Yes, free, as in it won't cost you anything to speak with us. There's never a fee until we win your case. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Welcome back to Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light, a finalist for Best of Madison Radio Team in 2026. Vote for Jim, Matt, and Molly as Madison's best radio team any day this month at madisonmagazine.com.
We're going to get out to Will in Madison. He is calling in on the Carbless Talking text line, 844-770-3776. This is more. Will in Madison is here to tell us about how the mystique is real at Madison Square Garden. And by us, I mean Riley, because Matt, I understand the mystique. Are you with Riley, or where are you living on this?
I'm kind of like somewhere in the middle.
Okay.
I'm with Riley. It can get annoying when you're like, oh, we're different.
Well, go ahead and let us know.
How you guys doing? Hey, appreciate the call. Appreciate letting me speak there, and I do really like you guys' show. It's actually pretty dope. So good job.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
So I just want to, from somebody that was born and raised in New York and now lives here in Madison, it is just very, very different. And the only reason why I'm going to say it's different is because Knicks fans show up no matter what. There's a reason why it's one of the highest value teams in the country as well as in the world. Like, if they suck, they show up and boo. If they're great, you see the obnoxiousness that you're kind of seeing now. And that's what's so great about being Knicks fans. Like, we never, ever stop appreciating the team. We know when to shut up. We're not like Cowboys fans who just, like, continue to go and go and go even when they're bad.
Yeah.
But we do know when to shut up until somebody talks mess or talks junk about our team, hence why I'm calling in right now to just make sure I check people on how different it actually is. Like, being in Madison Square Garden, it changed. Like, in the 70s, basketball was changed because of the Knicks, the way they played team basketball, the way guys dressed in style, like everything changed with like what the Knicks did. I'm not saying they're the greatest franchise at all because they're not, but just being in the place and how the fans are, and I know you guys see, it's obnoxious. Just being a New Yorker, we can be super obnoxious. We're also very straightforward, and that's what you're seeing right now. Just 53 years of not only not winning, but it just finally people being like, hey, I can breathe, I can be happy. People in New York are saying hi to each other. They're giving each other's high fives.
Like they're Midwesterners.
That never happened. Yeah, they're almost like Midwesterners. But I'm just telling you, just from being in Lambeau and other places, Lambeau has a great mystique as well. I'll definitely give it credit for that. But I'm just trust me, and I'm not going to say it like obnoxiously as Stephen A. Smith, but it truly is just different. And just from it being at a high valued place year after year after year versus them being having a difficult time trying to sell out, kind of tells you how special the place really is.
I do have one question, not to do with the stadium, but as you know, living here in Wisconsin recently, there's been a lot of rumors about Giannis to the Knicks. As a Knicks fan, how would you feel about that, and what would you be willing to give up for a guy like Giannis?
Giannis would be awesome, but I think at this point in time, to mess up the chemistry that they have at this point, since Karl Anthony Towns has finally shown that he can actually like deal with the big man and be that 1D kind of guy, I don't think it would make sense for them to disrupt all this and bring in Giannis. Now, if Wemby comes back and 4 straight games torches Karl Anthony Towns like he disappears or something, then that conversation kind of starts back up. But honestly, I don't think they should give up anything. I think Giannis, if he wants to go somewhere, maybe Atlanta, maybe OKC, I don't know. But I think for what they have, they're a bunch of hard hat kind of guys. Just keep it the way it is and just let it rock.
Hey, Will, appreciate the knowledge, appreciate the background on Madison Square Garden. Thanks for calling in and thanks for listening.
Yeah, don't be a stranger.
Absolutely. Appreciate you guys. Have a good one.
You too. That's Will and Madison.
Excellent accent, too. Like, when he started talking, I was like, whatever he says about New York, I'm going to believe him because of this accent.
Yeah. We were talking off air, too, and I was like, all right. He's coming at it in a respectful way, and the way he's explaining it, I'm like, all right.
So, let me ask you this.
I believe it slightly more.
Like, as a sports fan, like, when I got a chance to go to New York, like, I didn't get a chance to get into, but it was cool to see. Like, there's places you want to see, whether you can get to see something actually in. Madison Square Garden's on the bucket list.
Yes.
It is clearly, like, one of the biggest regrets, and I don't know why I didn't do it. I think it was just a weird timing thing because it was, like, with college basketball trying to be able to get the tickets fast enough and who was going. I regret not going to see FAU play at Madison Square Garden for the opportunity to go to the Final Four. Like, I just didn't. It was just a little too much for me to put together so quickly. And so, but I regret I could have done it. I just didn't do it. And I'm like, that sucks. I didn't do it. Like, if the Badgers, like, that'd be a pretty awesome place to see them go from the Elite Eight to the Final Four.
I would agree. It's a legendary venue. And the way he explained how New Yorkers are literally acting differently and more like Midwesterners, I'm like, all right, I can sort of buy that.
I picture like Ghostbusters when they're all like covered in like the ooze that like made them happy.
Yeah,
that's what's happening right now.
What's the
power of sports?
What's the top 3 venues in the United States for sports that just have that aura that we're talking about with
MSG, Fenway, Lambeau?
MSG, Fenway, Lambeau. It's pretty good.
It's a pretty good list. I mean, you could throw some different ones in there. You could do Wrigley.
You could throw Wrigley instead of Fenway.
Yeah.
I don't know where in basketball.
Fenway's up there for me. Like, I really would love to see the Green Monster someday.
Fenway, I've been to a Brewers Red Sox game at Fenway. It rocks.
Fenway's
It's
on my
pretty
list
sick.
because I've seen Wrigley though.
Right.
And so
I've never been to Wrigley.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's pretty. I mean,
I know it's not that far.
It's not that. You park further away, you take the train in. It's
I think I've been to 4 Brewers Cubs games at Wrigley now.
Never been to Wrigley. Been to a handful of other stadiums around the country, but not Wrigley.
All right, well, as we go to break here, then just chime in, and we'll answer it on the other side. You can text in 844-770-3776. Karma Stock text line list is more like, what's your bucket list place that you want to watch a big event in? Mine is definitely, at this point, Madison Square Garden. I have had opportunity to see games in the Rose Bowl and a lot of other great places, the Orange Bowl, and a lot of others on the football side of it. But Madison Square Garden is somewhere I haven't seen something, and I think it'd be great. We'll talk about it more on the other side.
It's ESPN Wisconsin's Ben Bruss talking about our great friends at Road America, America's national park of speed. Turn your day into an experience at Road America. Conveniently located in between Madison, Milwaukee, and Green Bay, this legendary track offers more than just racing. Walk the grounds, explore every corner, and watch the action from wherever you want. Kids 16 and under get you in free with a paying adult at the gate and camp on site all weekend long. IndyCar is must-see and is coming up on June 18th through the 21st. Great food, great views, and non-stop action. Road America, where racing meets outdoors. Check out roadamerica.com to get tickets.
This is Badger basketball coach Greg Gard.
Wisconsin wins the Big Ten.
You're listening to 100.5 ESPN, WTLX, Monona, Madison.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio, this is your Metro Kia of Madison Sports Center.
Good evening, Madison and streamers everywhere. My name is Riley Yauk, and this is your Sports Center update, brought to you by The Jump Around, a Badgers-dedicated show. Tune in every Thursday at 12:30 on the ESPN Madison YouTube page as Jim Rutledge and myself talk all things Wisconsin Badgers football, basketball, and more. The Jump Around every Thursday at 12:30 on YouTube and wherever you get your podcasts. The red-hot Milwaukee Brewers just continue to roll. They currently sit at 40-23 on the season. They are the quickest team in franchise history to reach the 40-win mark. Last year's team didn't do it, and they set the record for the Milwaukee Brewers in wins, so we'll see what is in store for this iteration of the Milwaukee Brewers. It doesn't seem like they plan on stopping anytime soon. The wonderkind of 2026, Kyle Harrison, is on the bump for Milwaukee, 7-1 on the season. First pitch from Las Vegas, Nevada against the Athletics is slated for 9:05 p.m. with pregame coverage beginning at 8:30 on Madison's home of the Brewers, 100.5 ESPN.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com.
Everybody's ego takes a shot on this show.
You gotta keep your chill with Jim, Matt, and Molly.
I am savage.
So you're not special.
Jim, if we want to play this game, we can play this game.
And I'm just like, oh my God, this guy's
let
gonna
me get
swing
this
on
right.
Jim. He's a complicated fellow.
People like me.
I don't think so.
This is Jim, Matt, and Molly on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube.
We're learning a lot about each other.
How many times have you drank milk and eaten cheese? But like that's a dairy.
So I will
overload
say,
there.
like, if I have a meal that happens to have cheese and I'm having a glass of milk and I maybe cut an extra slice or something.
Do you have glass of milk with dinner?
Sometimes. Like I had
and cheese and
meatloaf
hot
the other day.
dogs.
Meatloaf and a glass of milk. Beautiful. Beautiful combo.
My
They pair so
God.
nicely together.
This sounds like my childhood.
We should get Matt a sippy cup.
We should get mad at
I don't
milk
need
endorsement.
one.
My God.
I can drink without the
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio in downtown Madison. Alongside Matt Hamilton, here's Jim Rutledge.
It is hour number 2 of Jim, Matt, and Molly. We are presented by Coors Light. At the Mountains of Blue, you know what to do.
And that's Crush, a Coors Light.
I'm Jim Rutledge. It is the Rutledge and Hamilton version of Jim, Matt, and Molly. Molly out on assignment. She is back tomorrow. Get into the show, 844-770-3776. Scarborough Talk text line. This is more. Riley wants to know what's so special about Madison Square Garden. And we are asking you, when did Lambeau Field lose its aura as a difficult place to play? I say it started with the Falcons, Michael Vick team coming up here and beating Brett Favre in below zero or below freezing temperatures. Matt Hamilton, you went with
The Kaepernick dicing of the Packers.
And Riley, you went with a Giants one. Is this when Eli came in?
Yeah, 2011, or I think it was in 2011 still. Yeah.
So you can chime in on that. And we are asking you, are the Brewers a World Series caliber team as currently constructed? And speaking of roster construction, there's a little bit of question mark about when Micah Parsons is going to come back for the Green Bay Packers. And I'm not going to question his timeline. I think all Packer fans would agree you'd rather just have a healthy Parsons. There's a little bit of a concern if it gets to 5 or 6 games. If you're 3-3 in there, like, you might only have 3 more losses to have the rest of the season before you're not making the playoffs, depending on how the division.
Or at the very least, you're
another
a 7
seed.
seed.
Yes. So as we were talking about as we went to break, that it's wild that Jordan Love has never played a playoff game at Lambeau Field. And it's been now 4 seasons since the Packers have won a division. So those are all really wild stats. And the one thing I don't agree with, like, I agree, the Packers with Micah Parsons, they are a very good football team that, similar to the Brewers, that I think they're a little bit short, but there could be some things that happen, whether it's Jordan Love leveling up and really taking over games late. Other players popping off, like they're right there in the mix. There's a few teams I think like the Rams and a couple others that are like, all right, they are better than everyone else, and the Packers are in the mix with the rest of the group. But I will take the Packers out of that group and take them out of the playoffs. The Green Bay Packers are not a playoff team without Micah Parsons, so they need to get him back as fast as possible, because if they miss 5 or 6 games without Micah Parsons, we talked about this. I said this last year, and everyone got all up in arms, and I was proven right. I said the Packers had maybe the worst roster in all of the NFC North outside of quarterback, and this was before they acquired Micah Parsons. They acquired Micah Parsons, and we saw what they looked like with and without him. They lost 4 games in a row at the end of the year without him. 5 games in a row at the end of the year without him. 5 games in a row. And they were not the same team. And with him, he unlocked all these other things on defense. Lucas Van Ness, he has been terrible as a high draft pick. You need Parsons to make him better. There's certain guys like Cooper and McKinney, fine. Nixon stinks. You need Parsons. You need these players you need Parsons to make all these other players work. The Packers built their entire roster on Micah Parsons defensively making the whole thing go. And if you don't have Micah Parsons, the Packers are not a playoff team. And I don't think that's a hot take. If they don't have Micah Parsons, when they're playing the first 4 to 6 games of this year without Micah Parsons, that's not a playoff roster.
Oh man, it's hard for me to agree with you. They are absolutely not a Super Bowl contender without Micah Parsons. Can they still make a playoff? The North is tough.
This has nothing to do with Jordan Love. You don't want to be in shootouts with any quarterback. I don't care who it is. Those are tough games to win, and that's what happens.
Here's the thing: back in the Rodgers era, we had no problem getting into shootouts with teams. That was fine, but Rodgers had proved it.
Mm-hmm.
Jordan Love hasn't proved he can win shootouts on a regular basis, on a winning clip. Oh man, with the difficulty of the North, I will agree with you that the Packers might not have a playoff caliber roster without Micah Parsons. Riley?
I don't agree at all. I think the Packers are still definitely a playoff team without Micah Parsons. Let's look at the games they lost without Micah. They were clearly negatively affected in that Broncos game that seemed to be a gut punch to the morale, and they kind of choked that one away. They lost by 8 to the Broncos. Then they lost to the Bears in overtime because Romeo Doubs couldn't fall on a dang football. That had nothing. They should have won that game without Micah Parsons. And the Bears are a playoff team. I think everyone assumes the Bears are at least going to be in the mix for the playoffs again this year.
No.
Yeah, not Keyshawn Nixon. I don't like Keyshawn Nixon. I'm a Packers fan. I think most Packers fans are fed up with Keyshawn Nixon's his own hot takes.
Yeah.
Ravens game had Malik Willis as the starter. That game, man, I don't even know if Micah Parsons helps that game because they just got shredded on the ground by Derrick Henry. He needed some run stoppers, not another pass rush guy. And then the Vikings, you have Clayton Tune. This team is still a playoff caliber. They didn't just turn into an awful group just because Micah Parsons got hurt. They're still right in the mix.
Then when they got to the playoffs, they played the Bears, got a commanding lead, and absolutely let it fall down the drain.
Oh, so they just got a commanding lead for no reason?
No, I'm not saying their offense can't work, but I'm just saying I have no faith in them to be able to hold a lead without Micah Parsons.
And I'm not saying they're not a team that would be above 500, but they're a 9, maybe 10-win team without Micah Parsons. And that puts you on
the bubble for the 7th
precipice
seed.
of missing the playoffs.
You're on the bubble. You're probably the 6, 7 seed again, but that doesn't Micah Parsons' loss doesn't take him out of the playoff equation.
But that's kind of more your ceiling. Your margin for error is very minimal, and this has nothing to do with the offense and Jordan Love.
I agree the margin for error is significantly slimmer without Micah Parsons, because I think without Parsons on the roster, you don't have a closer. You don't have a guy who can be a game wrecker and take over. You don't have that guy anymore. You still have a capable, probably middle of the pack defense.
Who's getting this? Let's say you saw what happened, but let's say this time around, let's not even make it the Bears. Let's just say Jared Goff is just eating you alive in the pocket because there's no pressure.
Mm-hmm.
Who's getting pressure?
I'm hoping Zaire Franklin.
But that means you're blitzing a linebacker, though.
Then I'm trusting Jonathan Gannon to scheme it up. I agree. You don't have a game record without Micah Parsons.
And that's why, and this is most teams that
that's the thing.
It's not ripping on the Packers, but we just need to look at this eyes wide open. And if he misses six games, 3-3 is a possibility. And then you're talking they can only lose 3 more games before their playoffs are then in question, or at least it's another 7 seed.
At the very least, they're out of your control.
Yeah, or the division's out of your control.
I do think 11 probably gets you into the 7th seed, right?
Probably, yes.
Okay.
But you just don't have a lot of...
There's not, because one more loss puts you at 10, and we've seen North teams not make it with 10 wins.
Yeah, but I think it's ridiculous to say that the Packers are just not a playoff team without Micah Parsons for 6 games.
Like I said, I did say it was very close. I did put them on the precipice, kind of like Jim did. I just had... I tipped to the lower.
How many teams
I rounded down.
How many teams make the playoffs?
7 in each league, so you have 14.
All right, so we got the Rams for sure, correct?
Yep.
We're going to put Seattle back in?
Yeah, Super Bowl champs. Put them in.
All right, and then let's go out to...
we got to do someone in the North.
Well, let's save the North for last.
Yeah, the East.
Eagles?
Eagles.
All right.
I don't trust the Cowboys, Commanders, or
Jackson
Giants.
Dart and Scatterboo.
And Scatterboo.
That team is terrible.
I know, I agree.
Scatterboo.
Only if famous Jameis takes over.
I love Jameis Winston. Who else? Am I missing anywhere else, or is that all?
South.
South.
There's only one team coming out of the South.
Yeah. So who do we pick there?
That's a crapshoot. The Buccaneers.
Bucks. All right. All right. So
over the 2-time division-winning Panthers.
Maybe the Saints or the Panthers. Anyone could win the South.
We'll just fill that in there. So I'm gonna put the 49ers. I'm gonna put Dallas just for like potentials.
Okay.
And then we're gonna put in. We'll just write Detroit so it's less controversial.
Yes.
So we're gonna write in one team from the. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5. And now you got 2 spots available.
And you're fighting with the Cowboys, the Niners,
the Bears. You're gonna be
Bears.
Fighting with.
The Bears.
Yep.
Am I missing Washington? Do we put them?
Maybe the Buccaneers.
Yeah, whoever.
Or
maybe the
Carolina
second team in the NFC South. Yeah, I'm not saying that the margin for error isn't slim and that it's not a difficult path.
That's the line, and that's kind of where the Packers.
That's where they've been living.
Right, and now you take away your best player.
Now, granted, I feel like the only reason we landed in there last year is because our best player went down.
Yeah.
Right. If you didn't have Micah Parsons all of last year, you didn't make the playoffs.
That might be right. That might be right. It's hard to argue it. Here's the thing. I think you're wrong, Jim, but I don't know how to tell you you're wrong, other than I feel like it.
The nice thing is you're not going to have to play without him. It's just eyes wide open. That's all.
Yeah, I will fully admit that the Micah Parsons missing the first 5 to 6 games of the season makes the Packers' margin for error very slim if they don't find a way to win 4 out of those 5 or 6 games.
Yeah.
But just taking Micah Parsons off, if the worst comes to worst and somehow he re-injures himself rehabbing, I think the Packers still have a shot at making the playoffs. They're not going to win a Super Bowl without Micah Parsons, but they could definitely still make the playoffs.
I think I had the Packers winning their first 9, so
All
I'm
right.
not worried. Or 8, maybe. I think it's maybe week 9 is when I had them taking their first.
All right,
off.
so you're chilling.
Yeah, I'm feeling good. I still feel good that the Packers are going to be fine.
I'm as optimistic as I am. I'm not even having the Packers win their first 9 games.
Yeah, 14-3, I think. It's my
Wow.
final record for the Packers.
It's legit.
Yeah, they are legit.
This is Jim
Undefeated in the North.
Presented by Coors Light.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly.
Okay, Jim, the
Nerds
phone's
is up.
on. Say your take now about Jordan Love and Matt LaFleur.
Nope, that's a photo. That's a photo, not a video.
League sources are telling me that Jim Rutledge needs to hold his phone further back.
League sources tell me you guys need to learn to listen.
Presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube.
At J&K Security Solutions, protecting your home or business is more than just the priority. It's what we do. I'm President Jeffrey Beckman. Since 1987, J&K Security Solutions has been committed to providing Madison and southern Wisconsin with dependable security solutions. Whether it's security, fire, or the latest automation solutions, go to jksecurity.com to see how J&K can help keep your home or business secure. Get protected now at jksecurity.com.
Craving something crispy, cheesy, and brand new? Say hello to Pizza Hut's new Crispy Parm Pan Pizza. It's the original pan crust you love, now topped with a crispy golden Parmesan edge baked right into the crust for an extra layer of flavor and crunch. Try a medium one-topping Crispy Parm Pan Pizza for just $10, or make it a large for just $3 more. Order your Crispy Parm Pan Pizza today at pizzahut.com or on the Pizza Hut app. Pizza Hut. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
With me is Jeff Henson, owner of Englehart Motorsports. Jeff, you felt your previous business technology vendor had become complacent and their costs were increasing. So you contacted James Imaging Systems.
We found that moving forward with James Imaging was going to be a step in the right direction to help reduce cost.
James Imaging Systems, AI-driven workflow automation, security enhancements, and digital transformation to help businesses do business better and save some money.
Up front, what James Imaging was able to show us as far as annual savings was substantial.
Plus, there's James Service and Support.
The quality of the service, that they live up to what they've promised, which they've clearly delivered on that.
Jeff, with business technology supported by people who keep their promises, how do you feel?
Extremely happy.
James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner. Call 608-221-3457 or visit jamesimaging.com.
Hey, it's Molly Brown. And let's be honest, between work, kids, and everything else life throws at me, I'm always looking for a little extra energy. That's why I love Zoa Energy. It's made with natural ingredients, vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants, so I get that boost I need without the crash or jitters. Plus, there are tons of great flavors. It's vegan, gluten-free, and even low in sugar, so it fits right into my busy, health-conscious routine. So grab a Zoa Energy, fuel your body, focus your mind, and take on your day like a champ.
In the military, the mission was clear. You knew what to do. Now, the mission has changed. Stepping into civilian life isn't about finding a job. It's finding your purpose.
I wanted a career that would leverage the skills and discipline I gained in the military. IT just felt right.
My Computer Career offers class schedules that fit into your life and skills in high demand. Put your VA benefits to work. Visit mycomputercareer.edu/CWP to jumpstart your IT career today. An Elite CompTIA certification partner. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
This Father's Day, do more with Dad and spend less with low prices guaranteed at the Home Depot. Get him fired up with a new grill and accessories, like the Next Grill 5-burner for just $299, so you can spend more time together while he becomes the grill master he was always meant to be. Or build memories with savings on top brand power tools so you can tackle projects side by side. Gift more and do more together this Father's Day with help from the Home Depot. Exclusions apply. See homedepot.com/price match for details.
Life moves fast. Your car should move with it. At Zimbrick Chevrolet, they've got a vehicle and payment options that fit every stage of your journey. Just graduated? Start smart in a Chevy Trax. Stylish, efficient, and budget-friendly. Growing your family? The Equinox gives you the space and versatility you need. And when life gets even bigger, the Traverse or Tahoe is ready for it all. Kids, carpools, and road trips. Visit them today in Sun Prairie or online at ZimbrickChevrolet.com. Zimbrick Chevrolet, the name you can trust.
Welcome back to Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN. Also brought to you by J&K Security Solutions.
Go be a winner. Go to Ho Chunk Gaming Madison. That's where winners go. Millions of dollars are won every single weekend at Ho Chunk Gaming Madison. So go be a winner and go to Ho Chunk Gaming Madison. Matt Hamilton, Jim Rutledge, Riley Yauk with you. And, well, we got Tauscher coming up next, so we're going to throw some stones right now.
Some takes are cooler than others.
You know this kid is as cool as the other side of the pillow.
Some opinions are just cooler than the rest.
Now what's cooler than being cool? Ice cold.
And if you keep it chill, then it's a cold take.
Chill out. I'm chill. I'm chill as a cucumber, man. I'm always the coldest.
This is Throwing Stones, presented by Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's chillest Kia dealership.
I'm going to ask you guys a marketing question. And if you had a product, a drinkable product, and it's organic.
Okay.
No sweetener. Sure. Primetime Orsheim. I don't know if you can have this one or not. Because it's made with coconut water. I don't know what the rules are for coconut water.
I don't think that applies to, like, the tree nut allergen.
Yeah, I feel like that's okay.
I don't know what, I guess original above coconut water just means it's original flavor. On the can here, as you see...
Coconut flavored.
You see a left hand. It's not Tom Brady's hand because it's a hand with some fingernails on it.
Okay.
But the hand is holding...
So it's Caleb's.
Yeah, it could be Caleb's. Caleb's hand holding a can that says Good Nut.
Ooh.
That
intriguing.
is coconut water from none other than... Now, it could be Caleb holding it because Caleb is a huge Tom Brady fan. And so... maybe this is the next endorsement there. Caleb Williams talking about Good Nut coconut water. The Iceman likes his Good Nut.
Yeah.
So this is on purpose, right?
Yeah, this is
definitely
100% like shock factor marketing. It has to be. There's no other reason. Like, this is just to make sure everyone knows exactly what Tom Brady's coconut water beverage is.
Have you guys drank much coconut water?
Yeah, actually.
I've had it.
I've had it a couple times. I'm not a huge fan.
It's fine.
So I always heard the rumors if you had a good time the night before and you got a little bit of a headache in the morning, it's a pretty good thing to drink. So I've gotten that's the primary times I would get coconut water. I had one that I couldn't tell if I liked or not, but there was like, you can get juice with pulp or without pulp. Yeah. This was coconut that had like coconut pulp in it. It was like a coconut water that had like chunks of coconut. So it was kind of like weird to drink, but it was also, I was kind of like intrigued by it. So it was one of those like, I don't know if I like this or not. And then it was gone. It's not.
So apparently coconut water supports hydration.
Yep.
Aids in post-workout recovery. And then these are one of my favorites. May promote heart health and prevent kidney stones. So let's just assume it doesn't do that.
Yeah.
Okay, it definitely does. How do you prove it?
But it says may. I would have assumed it doesn't. And until it's proven. It supports hydration and aids in post-workout recovery, which is enough to drink it.
Yeah, it's a great electrolyte drink, which is why I say it was good the night after a fun time.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's a popular recovery beverage out there that uses coconut water that I've had before. It gives it a little bit of a distinct flavor.
Yeah, you gotta like coconut to enjoy coconut water, though. It's not like they can subtly
I like
put
coconut.
that flavor in there.
It's better, I would say. This looks like it's a can that's going to be drank cold. Because the times that I've had coconut water, it's like, for lack of a better word, it's been like in a box.
Yeah.
But not in the fridge?
Yeah, not in the fridge.
Oh, weird.
And so it's like room temperature water, which is, again, room temperature water. So it's like, room temperature nut water, you're like,
I'm going to be honest. If I am in the market for coconut water and I see coconut X water in a box and then I see Good Nut, I'm getting the Good Nut.
Well, so it works.
Why would you want the normal one when you can take the good?
You're going to seek out Good Nut, yeah.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Like, this is brilliant marketing. It's shocking. It catches your thoughts quickly, but it's still coconut water at the end of the day.
Do we know why? Did Tom Brady create this? Is this something? I know he's like a super health conscious, but
I don't think there's
super
anything,
health guy.
No inflammatory foods. No tomato, no peppers, no peppercorn.
So weird.
I don't know how,
causes inflammation.
Yeah.
Bad for you.
I would imagine.
Can't play QB if you eat peppers.
Right? The way that Tom Brady is very anti-additives and things like that, I would imagine that this is just coconut water in a can then, right? I mean, you can't do much to it. Like, if I had to guess, this has got to be the sell for it has to be like, this is pure nut water. Like,
he would not drink anything with like sucralose in it.
So Good Nut could have the double entendre of like, this is good for you, and the idea that it's good. Like, there's nothing added.
Yeah, and it's just one coconut.
Yeah, it's just it's coconut water. That's all you're getting.
I mean, if you're gonna pay a premium and you're gonna get something and you're gonna call it Good Nut, it better be the pure stuff.
Yeah. It better be at least good.
Yeah, but if not better than good. Robin Madison says coconut water and pineapple is damn good.
Yeah, he's not wrong.
That's not it's a cocktail, right? Like you can do Malibu ramen.
Pina colada.
Yeah.
Pina colada.
I have had that before. That is very good.
Yeah.
But coconut water, the coconut flavor isn't as sweet or as strong.
No, it's not. It's not.
But I guess the pineapple adds a sweetness there. Like, I can buy that.
Yeah, I think I'm in.
Isn't pineapple good for inflammation too?
Yeah, I think so.
I have no idea. It's a great meat tenderizer. Fun fact. Yeah, it's got an enzyme that breaks down protein, guys. It's a great. If you're making Chinese food, marinate it in crushed pineapple. I promise you'll be thrilled.
Really?
Yeah, because the flavor bodes well for like teriyaki, the pineapple.
Yeah,
teriyaki.
adds that little bit of sweetness.
Yeah. But I might get some good nut to cook with now too.
Yeah, you can.
It's a good coconut water.
You can wash down your tenderized meat that you tenderize with the pineapple with some good nut.
Yeah.
Nothing better.
And then probably make a delicious little drink with some pineapple and the good nut water. It's going to be great.
Multifaceted.
It is.
Matt in the greenhouse is getting one step. I know you're not meaning it towards me. That's a bridge too far. I can't say that one.
Keep them coming.
This is Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light. Tauscher coming up next.
This is Robin Bryden from the depths of Scotland, and you're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly on 100.5 ESPN Madison.
It's well known that the boss at the exteriors company is a perfectionist.
It's a gift.
He not only oversees every job, he inspects each aspect of the operation to get to the root of what your project will actually need to be long-lasting.
Call 960-ROOF.
Oh, he's proud of all the reviews.
What can I say? Take a look.
The Exteriors Company, built for Wisconsin, backed by expertise.
As a first-generation student, I initially joined the military to ensure I could afford college, and I had a lot of self-doubt. But at Madison College, there are so many resources extended to me, and I feel supported and confident to reach my goals. Best of all, I'll be able to transfer to a 4-year college debt-free. My advice to others, believe in yourself and your future. There's more to your story at Madison College.
Visit madisoncollege.edu to get started.
Brewers baseball is back, and there's only one way to celebrate, with a Surfside iced tea and vodka, or a Surfside lemonade and vodka. Smooth, refreshing, and made for game day. Surfside is the perfect match for a day at the ballpark, or catching the game at home. Surfside is only 100 calories, with 0 bubbles, so it goes down easy. It's not a seltzer, it's Surfside. Proud partner of the Milwaukee Brewers. Must be 21 plus. Please drink responsibly.
Ben Brust here to tell you about Zimbrick European. They're Mercedes, Audi, Porsche, and certified pre-owned. But the best part is I've been working with them since 2018, and the evolution has been a 2-door, a 4-door, and now it's time for an SUV. My life has changed, and it's changed with Zimbrick European. Being a dad has made it really important to have the comfort and the safety that the SUV will bring me. Again, Zimbrick European off the Beltline at Rimrock Road. Of course, I found the sexiest car on the lot. Check them out.
Join the Madison Money Guy, Christian Finfrock, for Retirement Income Strategies, Saturday and Sunday mornings at 7. Get the information you need as you plan for retirement. That's Retirement Income Strategies, Saturday and Sunday mornings at 7. Investment advisory services offered through Retirement Income Strategies, an SEC-registered investment advisor.
The Bucks are listening to trade offers on Giannis.
It's the smart basketball move that nobody wants to talk about.
He's given everything to this city. He's brought us a championship.
Is this the end of an era in Milwaukee?
He has consistently said he wants to be able to compete for championships. He did not say he wants to do it in Milwaukee.
Now's the hard part. Finding the right team that's going to give you the right assets back that you can reset, because you're never going to find another Giannis.
Follow along on Madison's home of the Bucks, 100.5 ESPN.
What's on Tap, brought to you by Miller Lite, the original light beer. Rooting for the Brew Crew because we're from Milwaukee too. Tastes like Miller time. Fans, here's the Quick Trip to the Ballpark ticket offer. Spend $200 at participating Quick Trip locations and get a free Terraced Reserve ticket to a 2026 Brewers home game. Check brewers.com/Quick Trip for more details. Milwaukee Brewers baseball and Miller Lite.
ESPN Madison goes beyond the game. Join us for the Beyond the Game Coaches Panel on June 16th, featuring some of the most successful D1 college coaches in Wisconsin. Hear their unique stories, insights, and personalities during a moderated panel discussion followed by a live audience Q&A. Plus, admission is free. Join us Tuesday, June 16th at One Social Food Hall in Madison, starting at 6 p.m. Go to BeyondTheGameMadison.com for more information and to RSVP to this free event. That's BeyondTheGameMadison.com.
This update sponsored by UW Credit Union. For every stage of life, UW Credit Union is here for every you. Attention high school and college students, get your student special tickets to Monday through Friday games for only $12 courtesy of UW Credit Union. Upgrades are available for select games. To purchase tickets, visit www.brewers.com/students. Join UW Credit Union at uwcu.org. Insured by NCUA.
Less than 4 in 10 kids aged 6 through 12 are playing sports regularly. 4 in 10 kids? Let it sink in. Just 4 in 10 kids. ESPN is building a nationwide coalition powered by Disney called Take Back Sports, with the purpose of training more coaches, expanding access, and creating community-driven sports programming that puts kids and fun first. We're working on that story. We hope you'll join us.
Visit takebacksports.org to learn more.
I'm Isaac Miller, Wisconsin-born, Wisconsin-built, and proud to be wearing Cardinal white in the future. That's why teaming up with Iron Jock just makes sense. It's the gear that's made for how we live up here. Early mornings, late nights, and putting in that work when nobody's watching. Iron Jock isn't about flash. It's about showing up, staying tough, and representing where you're from. If you're built the same way, you already get it. Iron Jock, Wisconsin grit, every day.
Hey, sports fans, the ESPN app has all of ESPN all in one place. The ESPN app is your home to thousands of live events, ESPN shows, and originals across every ESPN network in service. And now you can check if you already have ESPN Unlimited as part of your TV package for no additional cost. Visit activate.espn.com to learn how to access your account or sign up, then start streaming in the ESPN app. It's all of ESPN all in one place. Sign up or activate now.
Green Bay Hall of Famer Mark Tauscher on Jim, Matt, and Molly is brought to you by Chalmers Jewelers. Chalmers Jewelers, with locations in Middleton and downtown Madison.
I don't know if I'd agree with that, Jim Rutledge.
Green Bay Packers Hall of Famer
Matt Hamilton.
Mark Tauscher joins us now on the Yuengling Guest Hotline. Yuengling, the oldest brewery in America, now officially in Wisconsin. D.G. Yuengling and Son, Pottsville, PA. Enjoy responsibly. And, Mark, the first question I have for you is, are you a fan of coconut water?
No, I'm not.
No?
Should I be?
Well, Tom Brady is, and he has a premium organic coconut water line recently released. And it is called, and this has to be on purpose, Good Nut.
Oh, interesting.
So you will not be grabbing a can of Good Nut from Tom Brady out of the fridge.
I mean, if somebody throws a Good Nut at you, maybe, but otherwise, no, I don't think. I'm probably not the demo that's going to be drinking a lot of Good Nut.
No, did Aaron or Brett, was there any, obviously Aaron probably had some weird things, anything that they were, into for a minute, whether some sort of faddish diet or whatever, that you're like, what is going on as an offensive lineman just looking at it?
No, I think I got to Green Bay a little too late for Brett's stuff. I think Brett, prior to that, probably was doing stuff. And as far as Aaron, I was probably there too early. So depending on how you look at it, I would say I caught both sides on the wrong end of that.
Tausch, since you mentioned being on both Brett and Rogers' team, those guys both seemed to care about this Packers-Bears rivalry. Aaron with the I own you. Brett obviously having such a good record against the Bears. Keyshawn Nixon doesn't seem to think that the Bears are as big a deal to the Packers as the Packers are a big deal to the Bears. Do you agree with that as somebody who is a part of this rivalry?
We played that clip in full today, and I think obviously you guys know this as well as everybody that you can get clipped and things can be taken a little out of context. But overall, I mean, he did say, the Bears take this rivalry a lot more heated than we do, and there's no doubt that that's true, and that's the part that I think was a little bit where I can see you doing that when Aaron was quarterback and it was Mike McCarthy and Matt LaFleur and it was the I own you. But those days are gone. And now you want to win the division. And in that same clip, Keyshawn was talking about winning the division and all this. It goes through Chicago. That's the reality of what happened last season. So while I agree with the overall assessment that we're interested in winning championships and it's not good enough to just beat the Chicago Bears, when things happen the way they did last year, I just think you have to look at this and from a Packer fan, a Packer player, and a Packer coach, that was a tough finish to the season, and you have to right that wrong. And the best way to do that is to beat the Chicago Bears, and that needs to be at the top of every list as far as goals is winning the North, and the North right now is run by the Chicago Bears.
Tausch, as a fan, I don't like hearing Keyshawn say that because I do like the rivalry. I like the history of it, and I want my players on the Packers to be as excited as I am. Is it fair as a fan to feel like that's maybe a statement I'd rather you keep to yourself?
Sure. I think that's the beauty of being a fan is you can have those thoughts, and I think fans always just want to make sure the players feel the same or more passionate than fans are. And I think most of the time fans are going to feel more passionate about that because from a player standpoint, you have to move on. You can't let these things linger for days and for weeks because you're going to end up getting beat again by somebody else. So the kind of the way football goes, it's so week to week, you have to flip the script by Tuesday or Wednesday where fans don't. So I think you want to make sure from a player standpoint, you understand the rivalry, you know how important it is to the fans, and you also understand the goals that you set. You need to win the division. That always is the starting point, and that's where I look at it. If the Bears finish 7 and whatever the math is on that, 7 and 10 and didn't do anything, I would agree where Keyshawn is. That's not what happened last year.
Mark, with part of the issue last year with Micah Parsons' injury, and it could be 4 weeks, it could be 6 weeks to when he comes back and plays this year as far as being fully healthy. And it just got me to take a look at the roster, and it has nothing to do with the Packers' offense. But defensively, I don't think the Packers are a playoff team without Micah Parsons. Is that fair to say?
Well, I think the only thing you could judge that off of is last year, right? Because since Micah has been a Green Bay Packer, we're obviously we're a playoff team. 9-3-1, kind of humming along, and then he gets hurt and we can't win a game. So if you're just judging off of data and what we saw last year, I don't know how anyone disagrees. He's such an impactful player, and you've given up assets and a lot of resources to have Mike on your team. There's a reason guys get paid that much and you give up that much because they're hugely impactful on your team. And last year, Micah, that loss was something we were unable to overcome. I would hope that we'll be in a better spot with some of the young guys and Lucas Van Ness. But I think as we sit here in the middle of June, I think that's a fair statement to be made.
Tausch, earlier we were talking a little bit about the aura of Madison Square Garden, how Knicks fans have been very excited and how, MSG is different and the Spurs are going to have a tough time. And it got us into how Lambeau used to be like the last place you wanted to play playoff football. Not quite as much anymore. And our question is, when did it feel like Lambeau Field lost its aura as a difficult place to play?
I mean, I think you could look at, and I was a part of that team. We lost to Michael Vick on a Saturday night in the playoff. We had always been and never lost a home playoff game, and that was the first time. So you could look at that as kind of the starting point of it. But, I mean, there's obviously been a bunch of losses since then, and I think there's always you don't want to be that first team to have that happen, and unfortunately we were. I think it was 2002 when that happened. That probably took a little bit of the mystique away from winning, especially in the playoffs at Lambeau.
One of the things that we're just chatting, and I was surprised to say it out loud because Jordan Love has had success in the playoffs and obviously with the Packers, but he's never been the quarterback for a playoff game at Lambeau Field. That's just shocking. Like, the Packers are, you just assume, better than that scenario, but just putting it like that, was this surprise you to just kind of think that, like, oh yeah, Jordan Love still hasn't had a chance to be the QB?
For sure. I think it is a little bit, and it's probably a good reference point to kind of, I know we've discussed this ad nauseum on our station, the fact that we've been the 7 seed for 3 years. And if you're a 7 seed, you have no chance to host a playoff game. You can't even, fall into it if you're the 6 seed. So, yeah, and that's where it kind of comes back to kind of to make this thing circular. When you're looking at Keyshawn's statements and others, winning the division, you're going to host a playoff game. Winning a division, you're more than likely going to host 2 playoff games. So that's where this thing, and it's, I know the mystique of Lambeau and everything else, the fact that we have lost playoff games in the recent, 10 or 15 years at home, but I certainly would much rather play at home than I would on the road, and especially in the playoffs. I just think that's a place you want to be, and if you want to realistically, I know in 2010 we went on a magical run and we made it to the Super Bowl and won it, but those stories are few and far between, whereas being a 1 seed or a 2 seed, odds of going to a Super Bowl, I mean, it has to triple from where it would be if you're a 6 or a 7 seed.
Mark, I want to ask this question here because Riley had a pretty hot take, and we even had Will from Madison, a New York transplant, call in and kind of address the take respectively. But, obviously Madison Square Garden, Mecca for basketball, big game tonight, NBA Finals, and Game 3 is happening, and Riley is sick of the hype.
Yeah, Tausch, while I have softened a touch because of Will from Madison, who's a native New Yorker, I'm sick of seeing Stephen A. Smith and these Knicks fans saying, oh, just wait till you get to MSG, like it's so different. Oh, the Spurs don't know what's going to hit them. This is the most unique, the greatest atmosphere in all of sports. Like, I'm sorry. I understand MSG.
Is that Bill Walton?
Yeah.
Is Bill Walton back?
I'm not sure. I I understand MSG is a legendary environment, but
doesn't sound like you do.
For non-Knicks related events, like there have been some great boxing matches, UFC events there as well. Yeah, exactly. Okay. But you can't tell me that New York Knicks fans are that much better than any other fan base in the country, and that MSG is any better of an environment than most other professional sports venues, like the Oracle Arena out in San Francisco when the Warriors were really good. That was a tough place to play. Like, I don't totally buy the hype.
Yeah, I mean, I get where you're coming from. I think it's obviously legendary. There have been great moments in there. But New York always draws more attention, especially with the Knicks, because that's the only team. And you're talking about 20, 25 million people that are going to be supporting it. It's the biggest media market that we have. So that draws a big part of it. But I think there is something magical about Madison Square Garden, all of the history that goes with that, and the fact that they have lost and had such struggles. It's a lot like Wrigley Field if you're looking at it. I mean, and the fact that both are historical, both have had a lot of losing, and now you have a chance to maybe break that. It'd be 50 some odd years since that happened. That to me is the bigger storyline. It's not about Stephen A. Smith or any of the other parts of it. It is a historical building, and I do think there's some mystique that goes with Madison Square Garden.
Tausch, I'm going to pivot to Badgers football because over the weekend I saw the Badgers had tweeted about
Happy 608 Day.
And 608 Day, but they had some tweets about commitments, and I know it's the season where they're here to hype you up and get you excited. Is there any players or any of these newer commits for the 2027 class that you're excited about?
No, I mean, I love the fact that there's a lot of local kids. There's a lot of Wisconsin kids. There's a lot of linemen in there. But if I'm being 100% honest with you, I think it's great that we have this great recruiting class and all these things. But this is about this year. It's about the guys that they brought in the portal. And this season is everything for everybody involved. So I love the fact that we're recruiting and we're getting more in-state kids. There's a lot to be positive. The recruiting rankings have us, I think, top 15. So all those things are great. But what is it going to mean if this season doesn't go great? That's the part that I think I just keep coming back to. So this is now a year-to-year operation. It's great to have recruiting classes. It's great that there's some excitement about it. And I love the fact that a lot of top recruits are looking at Wisconsin in a positive light. Those are all very positive things. But in the grand scheme of things, I really am looking at this as 2026 this season, and how are we going to get better and win a lot of games so that all of those recruits stay as happy as they are right now? Because as we all know, a lot of kids on this team this year won't be here next year. Who's to say what's going to happen on the recruiting front as well?
Last thing I have for you, Tausch, is it's the expensive tickets tonight, NBA Finals at Madison Square Garden. I don't think like a dollar amount, but what would you pay a premium? And obviously you have a lot of access to sporting things, so maybe it's not in sports. What would you pay a premium to go see?
Federer and Nadal at Wimbledon, I would have paid a premium to go see.
Great answer.
I think as far as stuff goes now, I don't know what that would be, but a big boy, big girl tennis match at Wimbledon would be where I would probably be the most intrigued to, if I'm going to really go crazy on spending something, that's probably where I'd pick. What did you guys pick?
I just asked it.
Yeah, he just threw it out of the blue. For the environment, I think like a European soccer game, so maybe Real Madrid versus Barcelona at Camp Nou, which is Barcelona's stadium, I think would just be an incredible environment and something I've never experienced before. So that would probably be high on my list.
I'd go Brewers Game 7 World Series. Otherwise, I'd pay whatever to get to a Brewers Game 7 World Series. But if we're going neutral, Conor McGregor's fighting this summer. I'm going to be looking at those tickets. Probably won't have the money to spend on it. But
MSG?
Conor McGregor fights now. He's in Vegas. Yeah.
He's like 38, 40 years old, isn't he? I guess I use Federer Nadal. I would not Federer Nadal now. I'm talking in their prime. Where I would have probably
Conor McGregor Khabib back in 2016, that would have rocked. Those tickets had to have been insane.
McGregor Aldo,
I would have gone on that. McGregor Aldo,
and then be so let
card.
down in a 7-second
knockout. Yep, that would be me.
I'll go with the fictional, but I will probably pay as much as I can afford for the Bears in the Super Bowl if and when they get there. I was planning on it last year. I will pay.
Let's go with a neutral aspect.
In Indiana. How about that?
Well, they won't host the
Super Bowl.
They won't host the Super Bowl in Indiana. Well, maybe
Jim,
they will.
are you going to call them Will you call them the Indiana Bears when they move to Indiana?
Do you think they're actually going to end up in Indiana?
Boy, it seems like it. I still think they're going to end up in Arlington, but I mean, isn't it trending that it's going to be Indiana?
I mean, they're sure trying to make it look like it. I don't know enough about it, honestly.
Jim thinks they're playing mind games with the city.
Well, not mind games. It's just Illinois. The little I know about it is it's got a lot of, what do I want to say here? Politicians that maybe don't have the most scrupulous reputation. So Illinois politics, on top of regular politics, is extra grimy. So I think it's just going to take a lot to get it done. But I think they will. I think the NFL is going to make it happen. That's what I honestly.
The Hammond Bears hasn't.
I think the NFL is going to come in at some point and be like, look, figure it out.
Yeah, figure this out. Yep.
All right, Mark, thank you.
All right, boys.
That's Mark Tauscher. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light. You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly.
I think I've listened and watched this show long enough to know that Molly's mind is just always in the gutter. It doesn't matter what.
Mine!
Yeah, Molly.
Jim says something, and Molly's eyebrows just go up. She's looking for a giggle.
Yeah. I'm a bottomless. You're not wrong.
Presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube.
Jeff Henson owns Englehart Motorsports, and the relationship with his previous business technology vendor wasn't what it used to be. So Jeff sat down with the James Imaging Systems sales rep.
Their communication with us has been impressive. Andrew, in his consistency and follow through, proved to me that it would be the right relationship to start moving forward.
Moving forward with James Imaging Systems, a 100% Wisconsin-owned and managed business technology company. What's been the benefit, Jeff?
Definitely peace of mind.
That's really great. Has James Imaging Systems done their part in helping Englehart Motorsports do business better?
Yes, without a doubt.
Jeff, would you recommend James Imaging Systems?
I would highly recommend James Imaging.
James Imaging Systems, AI-driven workflow automation, security enhancements, and digital transformation. Call 608-221-3457 or visit jamesimaging.com.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End of friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Your Honda gets you everywhere. When it needs service, you need Zimbrick Honda service. Their customer service is second to none, and you can experience it for yourself at 2 convenient Madison service locations on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. From simple maintenance to expert repairs, Honda certified technicians handle it all. Stop in for an express oil change at Fish Hatchery Road on Saturdays. No appointment necessary. Part of the Madison community since 1973. Shop local. Shop Zimbrick Honda.
This is Aaron Brown, owner of Siding Unlimited, letting you know that Siding Unlimited installs Pella windows and doors. That's right, Siding Unlimited installs windows, and we do it really well, earning the prestigious Pella Platinum Premier National Certified Contractor of the Year award 5 times. New windows, our expert team will deliver on a smooth, hassle-free installation, making you feel proud of calling Siding Unlimited for your window project. What's the next step? Call 608-220-0005 or go to sidingunlimited.com.
Hello, I'm John Hayes, the owner of Goodman's Jewelers. It's been my pleasure to serve this community from this incredible store for over 4 decades. We stand upon high standards and classic traditions, pillars like honesty and integrity. Stop into Goodman's Jewelers, the longest-standing full-service jewelry store in the heart of Madison at 220 State Street. Goodman's Jewelers, the diamond store of Madison since 1933.
The best is at Goodman's.
Get out of the house this summer and head to Road America, conveniently located between Madison, Milwaukee, and Green Bay. This legendary 4-mile, 14-turn road course has been hosting the world's best racers since 1955. Bring the whole family. Kids 16 and under get in free with a paying adult at the gate. You can camp on site, explore the grounds, and take in the racing your way. It's more than just a race, it's a full experience. IndyCar is the must-see race coming June 18th through the 21st. Come for the experience, stay for the race. Get your tickets at roadamerica.com.
Hold your friends close and your rivals closer on Jim, Matt, and Molly.
Do you think Dad's got good Instagram game?
No. Instagram game. Oh my
I
god.
don't know. Are you embarrassed by me?
Sometimes. What's the most embarrassing thing your dad has ever done?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Existing. Savage.
Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light. Weekdays 4 to 6 on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube. Welcome back to Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Metro Kia Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealership.
Jim Rutledge, Matt Hamilton with you. We've got Riley Yauk behind the glass. And you can get into the show, 844-770-3776. It's Carbus Talking text line. This is more. And you can stream us on the ESPN Madison YouTube stream and on the ESPN Wisconsin app. And with the NBA Finals, I'm going to be honest here. My Bucks angle for this is I'm rooting for the Finals to end as fast as possible so then the Giannis trade happens. Now, one interesting thing that was brought up by Mark Tauscher, I believe it was Tausch, is that what if the Knicks crap the bed? It wasn't Tauscher. It was Will in Madison.
Yeah.
Because he said he didn't want
to break up this chemistry.
Yeah. If, let's say the Knicks don't win. Let's say tonight is the tide that turns the other way back to San Antonio. Do the Knicks, and I don't know what they have except for this, and I don't even know if the Knicks would do it. But Cat looks a lot more valuable now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Without a doubt.
Yeah, he's looked great this series.
Like, does Cat, and I don't know what else, get it done for you?
I mean, if
Lots of draft picks.
If Cat's one of those guys that you use for more draft picks, like basically he's just Milwaukee's your stopgap. Like, I don't think you're building our team around Cat.
No, I don't think so. Not at this point.
But he did raise his value, so if you were able to get a decent value for him and then get top dollar when you moved on from him, it's a move. But I'm kind of...
Yeah, I feel like they'd flip Cat right away.
The thing for me is
maybe play with him for a little bit, but yeah.
I just don't know if I trust them to go into an NBA draft and get guys. Like, there hasn't been a lot of guys that drafted who have been any good.
But that's just... it's just a defeat. You have to assume competency. And I'm not saying you need to, obviously, based on track record, but like...
Bucks fans don't. No, we don't.
Horst, when it comes to these sort of moves, is becoming like the anti-Matt Arnold. It's like Horst does something, and it's like...
Because I've seen that...
You sure about that?
I don't know about that guy.
You sure about that?
Like, the other float out there is, like, One guy I do not actually want to see play for the Milwaukee Bucks, Tyler Hero.
Yeah, no. And everyone's like, oh, former All-Star. It's like, come on.
No,
Like,
Tyler Hero.
Who's the other guy on that team that they would give up?
Ware.
Yeah.
Which Ware's a guy that could be at his peak when the Bucks are good again because he's pretty young. Tyler Hero is Jamal Crawford, who's just like the sixth man who gets you buckets. So if you need a guy to get you buckets on a bad team and be a salary filler,
you might need, yeah.
The draft picks are interesting, which would include, I think, 13 this year. I can't remember where they are, but the only thing that would interest me if the Bucks were able to turn those Heat picks along with other things to get higher up in the draft. But the sooner this ends, the sooner the Giannis thing ends. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly Brown back at it tomorrow.
See ya.
Jewelry should feel good, not rushed, not pressured, and definitely not